Yeah, let's see what Agata show for us. Yeah, last chance to the first boulder.
So Miho Nanaka, again, brilliant start to the season for her. First and a second.
I can't believe still only one top and the number one.
Yeah, no, this does look good though. Miho Nanaka's looked in some of the best form of her life so far in 2018. And she's lining it up for the top. Finds a sweet spot with the right hand and the left.
Yeah.
Smoothly done. That boulder looks so difficult for so long.
Yeah, last move.
Whatever he's doing, whatever small changes he's made, they've certainly paid off. Third place in Moscow. He was initially delighted to make the semi-final, then delighted to make the final. He nearly won. This is Stasher on women's 2.
I think same situation with Alex Hazanov. He has same progression.
So it's good for Stasher on number 2. We mentioned earlier she's been really good in all the qualifying rounds of the 3 World Cups so far, including this one. Not converted it into a semi-final performance, but she looks like she is doing here. This is, of course, World Cup number 3 in just 4 weekends. And World Cup number 4 in the first 5 weeks is coming up next week, so it's an intense start for the climbers. Stasher Geo once again will not make the final, sadly. Results beginning to trickle through. One top for her.
Yeah, she's playing quite a lot of tries. Yeah, 3 tries.
Yeah, coming down to tries for Stasher. Let's keep an eye on Miho. She can absolutely cement her place in the final here. Nicely done, Miho Nanaka. I have to say, from what we've seen today, her and Aki Noguchi seem to be...
Yeah, like we're not really used to this country.
It does add a whole different element to it. Oh, Sondo here on women's 4. Sean McCall, men's 4. You can see the concentration from Sean. Just slips. Remember, attempts in 2018 not quite as crucial as they used to be. We've had a shift in emphasis of the scoring system. The most important measurement is still number of boulders you top. But second, instead of number of attempts required to get those tops, which used to be the second way of separating the climbers, it's now number of zones. But so attempts not quite as vital as they used to be, but we've still seen them been very important in the early World Cups.
But actually, I'm pretty happy with this new system, and I think it's like this system much better than previous one.
Melanie Sondo creeping to the right. She's aiming for that big green hold on the right hand side of the pink volume. It's such an awkward position. She's got a minute left. She'd be well advised just to stay where she is and do it nice and slowly.
It's good.
There it is, women's 4, topped. Attempt.
Yeah, he has the time to finish this boulder, I hope.
He's got plenty of time. As I say, all the boulders, apart from men's 4, are steep today. It's going to be a tiring round, especially given that if you make the final, you've got to climb this evening as well. So tough set and a tough day ahead for all the semi-finalists, particularly those that make it into the top 6.
It's pretty rich moves.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how smaller climbers tackle that. That women's 3 looks like a boulder with no easy moves. It seems like every move is a big challenge. This looks good from Jakob. Are we about to see a top of men's 1? He's got a long way to go, but he's on the zone already. Doing a good job of keeping his feet on. So charismatic, really enthusiastic, just loves climbing. He's a great guy to interview. Here's Sean McCall on men's 2, looking very controlled. Didn't get it done on men's 1, but then no one has yet. He came pretty close, got a zone. He's heading for a zone, it looks like, on men's too. Just needs to set himself. Again, he's got such a fight on his hands.
Yeah, come on, Sean. Yeah, it was good.
That's nicely done. That's experience for you. That's more than 100 World Cups. I'll ask him later how many it is exactly. Must be around 120. It's an awful lot. You saw that experience showing there. And that's really smoothly done from Sean McCall. 3.5 minutes extra rest earned for him. Time. But as it stands, the top 6 have all got 2 tops, and 7th and below have got 1 top or less. So you're going to need at least 2 tops on the men's side of things. On the women's side, could still just about get in with 1 top.
1 top. 1 place.
Tight at the top on the women's side of things.
It's a good drive from Ray.
Yeah, nice work from Rei Sugimoto. 25 seconds to go. I don't think she's... No. Maybe another go. That's a shame.
No.
She was close.
Yeah, looks like women's boulder a bit harder than for... Yeah, she's really brave to do these moves. I always worry when I see these kind of hard moves on the women's boulders.
Yeah, it's a horrible way to fall, that.
Like that. It's even danger.
Number 2.
Maybe he has some special secrets how to go in final.
Yeah, they Kruder here. Current leader in the overall standings, and he's got a real fight in his hand, a bit like Jakob Schubert, absolutely testing the limits of friction with that left foot. He's so close.
Come on.
Nicely done, Yene Kruder, well done. Just needs to find a way to match the top hold, and there it is. We had a banana for hers as well.
Oh, really?
Let's see, that's still to come. You have to wait 4 minutes to see that one.
So excited.
So here goes Akio. Again, one of the taller climbers. Interesting to see how these more compression-y moves might be trickier for her. She goes the other way. Comes clockwise, I guess you'd say, around the volume.
Or maybe not so much trickier.
Well, clearly not, no.
Just be more technical and it's easier. It's simple.
So she's in control up to here. Completely different method now.
There we go.
That's experience for you. Straight onto the zone. This is already the best attempt we've had on this boulder. That's her first one. Sticks the move. The next hole's the top. This apparently from here is the second crux of the boulder. Can she stick it? She's lining it up.
Nice.
There you go. Kia Noguchi flash for her, boulder 1.
Wow, it's crazy. It stayed more to the right. She would have been in a slightly better position to keep that hold.
That was Stasha's dad we saw very, very briefly then in the front row, giving plenty of encouragement. So frustrating to have done all that work, balancing your way across and getting ready for the move and then having to go through it all again. So she gets the left foot over. Right foot needs to come up where the left foot is as well. 1 minute left, very time consuming moves. Where's that 3 minutes gone?
Balancing always is. So you have to make sure you have that balance point perfectly. There's not much room for error on slabs.
Okay, now she's in a half decent position. She'll have another look at it.
Oh, different method there. Jumping the left foot rather than...
And it works. Stasha, just take your time.
Oh.
That was close.
Wow.
She's got plenty of time. Needs to make it count. And does. Top for Stasha. That was in the
Good
balance.
recovery.
Progress, really.
Yeah.
Which was the reason behind the shift. We want to reward progress, encourage different methods.
Yeah, no, I really supportive of the change.
So, second catcher in a row. Underway on women's 3. And we talked earlier on about maybe not having enough mobility on the slab. No problem with hamstring flexibility. Reached out there, didn't need to risk the swing.
Her legs are pretty long too.
Yeah, that makes life a bit slightly easier. And
Oh, there we go. Seems to have figured that out quite well.
Yeah, crowd enjoying that one, facing out. Now,
that's pretty cool.
I think if she could get that right hand so her palm was on top of the volume, that
like,
she'd really be away like that.
Now,
it's such a steep section of wall, it's really hard to do it justice. If you look at the middle section of her t-shirt and the angle that's hanging out, you get some idea.
Wow.
Now this looks good. She's done a full 360 now.
That was pretty cool.
She's pretty happy with her work there. As well she might be. No problem up to the zone. Lining it up. Now the route setters reckon that's the last hard move, so you should be away. Just need to find the sweet spot of the hold. And there it is.
Wow, flash.
2.5 minutes left of this women's final, which has been frankly dominated by Aki Noguchi. It feels like we've barely watched her, to be honest. We've had some boulders that have been quite time consuming, and we've been watching climbers for their full 4 minutes. Aki Noguchi feels like she's just sort of nipped onto the stage, got them done, nipped off again.
Yep. She's got somewhere else to be.
I know.
Time is of the essence.
She's late for something. She's absolutely flown through. Mihun statically, and just a bit of dynamism.
Of successes, making third final in a row. It's great to see, really. He's one of the most passionate climbers on the World Cup circuit, and it's nice to see his 10 years experience paying off this year. Doesn't look so bad till the zone, and the second climber to flash it till there.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, chatting to the route setters, that's not how they envisaged it would be done. I think it's actually slightly easier.
I mean, personally, this is the way I thought I'm going to climb it if I would have been climbing this. When I visualized the boulders, this is the beta I thought was intended. So, but maybe it's just not.
Looking at the boulder, it's like he's hunting it, you know, he's kind of finding the right angle to look at it, and then he attacks.
I think he's also visualizing.
Yeah.
Like if you walk around and try to understand the angles and try to see the boulder and like in all of its dimensions, you can visualize much better, and then it's maybe a bit easier to climb even. Got the sequence in the first go. Moving on to the right side. Slightly different method than the ones that Jarno used. Locking his hip, securing the zone in his first try.
This is a really good first effort from Jakob Schubert.
Looking quite strong at the moment.
Yeah, effort just beginning to show slightly, but it still looks like he's got plenty left to get this done.
Some of the advantages of being an extremely gifted lead climber, that you always have endurance.
Yeah, he can hang on a long time, and this really does look promising now because he's got himself set on the 2 key screw-on holds on that volume. That is a top Jakob Schubert. So Kokoro pulls on men's 3. He's the first climber on it.
Just say he's not resting that much.
It's not taking much out of him, and he's definitely getting in different hotels and food, and to still be doing it at this level is just incredible.
I was not climbing in 2003. It's hard to imagine. I was 8 years old. Looking quite strong and a lot of tension here. Needs to throw the foot or bump the hand. He bumps the hand, he throws the foot. Looking quite comfortable.
Sean McCall, it's all to play for here. on this men's final boulder. In the women's, it got decided on the third one. In the men's, it's all coming down to this. Kokoro Fuji is currently at the top of the standings, but if Sean McCall can top this boulder, he's going to win the World Cup here in Chongqing.
Really sad. Classic Sean McCall move right here.
Creeping his way up, heading out to the zone.
Got the zone. It'll be good for him.
Plenty of encouragement coming from the crowd. At some stage he's got to spin round, and then he's got to get the volume above and to the right with his right hand and the left, and then the top awaits. The top is a pretty good hold. He just needs to find a way. I don't think he can do it facing out. I think he needs to turn round. Surely he's not going to try and dyno it from there, is he, and spin round?
He's trying to. It looks
He's thinking about it.
so much tension involved right now. Come on. I think he knows that. Look at how much he sweats for his fingertips.
Sean McCall, it's all riding on this. It's a massive moment here in Chongqing. Sean McCall somehow has got to turn round, grab the top hold, and I wonder if he's going to try it from where he is. Or is he going to try?
Trying to. Whoa, that's crazy.
Somehow he gets the right hand on.
He's fighting so. No!
And he's spat off. That is an absolute heartbreaker for Sean McCall to get it done.
Gets this one. Wow, nice toe catch over there. That was good instinct. Needs to transfer it to the right and put his foot really high. At least this is how I read it. Yes, exactly.
There it is. That's glute and hamstring flexibility.
Japanese climbers known for their flexibility. They stretch like 2 hours before the round. It's quite impressive and to watch. Actually looking good now, getting the hole before the top. The top is a big jug.
So Kokoro Fuji's lining this one up. That's the second to last hole he's on. His left hand on the zone, right hand on the second to last hole. Needs to find a way to match with the right and go straight for the top.
Yes, he will be really happy.